Yes, I'm here again, Missa B. And just wanna give a big shout out to my YouTube channel followers. But I have a new video that I really wanna share these thoughts with my followers out there. And may I ask that you share the video with your friends and within your own circles. And again, may I ask you, if you know subscribe yet, subscribe to the channel, man. And just if you like the videos, you like the channel, just press the like button and think. Now, we come from a little background when them say, when people show you who them is, you need to pay attention. And sometimes when people talk, you need to listen. It's the things that people mean the most are the things that they say when they're not under any real pressure, where just circumstances bring these pointers out of them thoughts. I say this against the background of a comment made by the Honorable Juliet Holness. And I want people to understand that this conversation that I'm sharing here don't have nothing to do with no politics. I'm a Jamaican, first and foremost. And, I just find it impossible to accept that nearly 40 years after we go through this internecine warfare that we had down in Jamaica, over all of this divisive politics, that in 2022 we have political leaders who are literally stirring the pot of this kind of disfavor, among the Jamaican population. Now, Ms. Holness was addressing a political campaign rally setup, whatever you want to call it, in our relative to our constituency. And she made some remarks that I just found it reprehensible. I find it impossible to believe that somebody who is a representative of Jamaicans would make these kind of comments about other Jamaicans, especially given the history that surrounds the particular issue. Now, just to put the thing in context, squatting has been a big discussion in Jamaica forever, but more recently, this conversation has come up. We saw what happened a couple of weeks ago down in Bernard Lodge and so on, and that's a whole different ball game. But the member of parliament is reported to have stated that everywhere in our constituency that it is unsafe for people to live, comrades live there. Everywhere in the constituency, right, that is not safe to live, comrades live there. I'm quoting, the Gleaner have the article here, so I just want to make sure that I'm not misquoting anything. And this is the Gleaner reporting. She went on, everywhere where river going to Washway, comrade live there. Everywhere that there is a garbage dump, comrades live there. And it's not Labour Party put them there. Now, let me make it clear. We have a housing problem. We have had a housing problem in this country from as far back as 1838. In 1838, when the whole business of slavery was finally abolished, more than 500,000 black people, Jamaicans, right, left the sugar plantations, to be exact, 569,047 black men, women and children walk off the sugar estates, and they walked off the estates with nothing more than the clothes that them have on the back. Them don't have no largesse, no money, no nothing, right? On the other side, the owners, the people who supposedly own these people, were compensated at a rate of £20 per person, right? And the slaves left the estates, and you don't own nothing, you don't have no money, and you need to find a place to live, right? That's the history of squatting. We are a population of black people that come into the free world, so to speak, with nothing, right? And generations of Jamaicans have emanated from that group of 569,000 Jamaicans who walk off the sugar estates in 1838. 100 and nearly 60 years later, right? The circumstances of the majority of these Jamaicans have never changed. We live in a country where they at a certain level, and this represents more than 40% of the working population of Jamaica, earn less than 8,000 Jamaican dollars a week, right? What that does is that it puts this group of population members into a state of persistent poverty, right? And so it is up to our political leadership, over the 6 decades that we've been governing ourselves, to help to redress this kind of situation. My view is that, Jamaicans who can trace back to that slavery heritage is owed, just like in America, them claim you were 40 acres and a mule. They are owed a little piece of the rock. They spent 400 years building this place. And when they left, more than 3/4 of the island was owned by the crown. The king and him descendants in England, right? The promoters of slavery. And, it is my view that the successive political administrations need to do their damnedest to try to right-size this situation, right? What is happening is everybody is trying to sidestep the unfortunate nature of Mrs. Holness' comments. And here is my view. Mrs. Holness is the wife of the Prime Minister, who has announced that in building 75,000 houses, and he has demonstrated that his objective is to literally hand over the keys to the front door of these 75,000 houses himself. So in other words, we're back to the days of the 70s when we have this benefits politics and housing is the issue. Squatting is a problem because the country has been welded to poverty. If your population don't own the space where them live, right? If them must struggle to find somewhere, for put on a shelter for themselves and them children and whatever, what we have is a state of persistent poverty, because the best piece of asset that a person can own is the land that you push the entrance to and go in and have it as your own, right? And that is what makes, for me, the comment by Miss Holness so egregious, so wrong on all counts. And I hear the mouthpiece of the administration at pains trying to justify that kind of argument. The only thing that need to come out of Miss Holness' mouth at this point, and her husband, who is the Prime Minister, and all of his support group, mouthpieces, the PR machinery, is an apology, an unqualified apology. Because guess what? All the way as Jamaicans in the same boat, right? If our own political leadership can only see themselves as leading those people who go to the ballot box and mark for them, we are in shit street. One would think that in 2022 we would have been past that, right? We have to go beyond this, Because what we're doing is continuing this divide. And as long as we approach the future with this kind of division, the country ain't gonna go nowhere. Miss Holness can now boast that she live up in a palace up at Beverly Hills, where them can literally go up on the ramparts and look down upon the minions who they know, lead, literally like King Holness and Queen Holness, right? Don't have no problem you have a good, nice place to call your home, but that is the dream of every Jamaican. And your job as a leader of the people, a group, a constituency in the country, and more importantly, the other half, the Prime Minister's wife, who is the man who enunciate and roll out policy for the country, is that you must have a better set of commentary to present at a political meeting. We cannot continue with this level of divisiveness and this disrespect. I find it disrespectful, and I don't even live in Jamaica anymore, right? It is disrespectful. It is a denigrating set of comments, right? And I don't care who want to do like what I say, because I know that I'm speaking the truth. We cannot address our people like that. People go squat where it's easy for them to find someone to build a house and all that sort of thing. I'm not saying it right? But the job that we're supposed to be doing at the political leadership level is to try to show by example, lead by example, that we're better than that kind of commentary. That the country gone past that. I really don't care who will lead the place, as long as you lead the thing by example and with respect. And this can't follow, right? We see what's going on. The squatting thing has been with us forever. We can criticize the other side that them do Operation Pride and them build house in a gully and in a river course and all them sort of thing there. But guess what? At least they tried. They tried, right? I'm not suggesting that the effort was the best, but they tried, right? And yes, them too was trying to do the same thing by garnering and putting clusters of people in spaces where it assists them, it helps them at the ballot box when voting time come. That is a tragedy of our country, that everything is viewed through the lens of politics. And in the course of looking through the political lens, we miss the long view that pertain to the development of the country. Tell me what you think about my comments. I would love to hear the feedback out there, right? If you agree with me, disagree, put your comments in there. Put your feedback in the comment section. And, if you like the video, press the like button, share it, right? Let's keep this conversation going, because I believe that we have to start somewhere so we can say to our leadership and to the people who are to people like us who have access to media and so on for some guidance, right? So let me hear from you. If you like the video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe so that when the next video drop, say you get a quick heads up, so say a new video drop. Respect.